friends. Today we will listen to a story, The Snoogle Race. It was nearly bedtime on planet Snoogle. But the little Snoogles weren't tired at all. Bedtime, cried Dad. But the naughty Snoogles had other ideas. Come on, they cried. Let's go for one last whiz in our spaceship before bedtime. Then they all jumped up and down with excitement and dashed off to dive into their spaceships. With a whiz, whoosh, shush, they flew up into space. Whee! They cried as they roamed past Venus, revving their engines and squeaking and squealing. The aliens there weren't very happy. They wanted an early night. But the little Snuggles took no notice and made even more noise than ever. They circled around Saturn and motored towards Mars. Those naughty Snuggles were so excited everyone had to dive out of their way. Then suddenly at Mars, the Martians appeared. They were bigger than the Snookles and not very friendly. Ha ha, they cried. Isn't it time you were in bed? But we can get to planet Snoogle faster than you can. Bet you can't? Cried little Snoogle all at once. Secretly, they were a bit afraid of the Martians, but they weren't going to show it in case it was too late to back out now. The race was going to begin. 1, 2, 3, go! Cried Starter Martin. They were off. Whoosh, vroom! The Martians shot ahead, but the Snoogles were on their tails. They edged closer and closer, nearly colliding with a comet and a big asteroid. Zoom! They raced ahead. Oh no, you don't, cried Martians. They went into rap speed and zoomed into the lead. There were spaceships dodging and diving, dipping and looping. They made a terrible racket, but it was loads of fun. The Martians and the Snuggles were so busy trying to beat each other, they had forgotten all about getting to planet Snuggle and ended up taking a long way round. There was a terrible commotion as everyone circled around Saturn and nipped off to Neptune. Then they motored to Mercury and pressed onto Pluto. They went so fast the planets began to spin the wrong way. Suddenly, the moon shouted, "Stop!" There was a terrible screeching as the Martians and the Snuggles slammed on their brakes. It's far too late to be racing around like this, said the moon. You are making so much noise, you are upsetting the planets, and the stars are scared. If the stars are scared, they won't twinkle, and that just wouldn't be right. The Martians looked guilty, and the Snuggles hung their heads. Sorry, moon, they said. Sorry, stars and planets. We just wanted to have some fun. There will be plenty of time to have fun tomorrow, replied the moon, when you have a good night's sleep. Everyone agreed. In any case, after all that racing, they were feeling quite tired. So The little Snoogle gave a big yawn and set off home to planet Snoogle. The Martians went back to Mars and everyone settled down. At last, the little stars twinkled in the night sky and the planets began to spin the right way. A hush fell over space and everyone went to sleep. Good night, said the moon. Sleep tight.